right, so hello everyone, and welcome to part three of section two, the basic structure of writing a professional email. So, up to now, I hope you have understood everything that we have discussed. So, we have discussed how to write a good subject line, how to open an email, how to write the salutation, and we've discussed how to write an email body. Now, we come to the closing line of an email or the closing section of an email. Now, the closing line ideally wraps up the email and encourages a response or action. Now, if we are just sharing information with someone, we wouldn't necessarily want a response back. But in most cases, the reason we would send an email is because we require some sort of response from the person that we are sending this email to. So, for example, you would say something along the lines of, I look forward to your response. Please let me know if you need any further information. So if you're giving a person some information, this would be an ideal way to finish. You're not necessarily asking them to respond back to you or to take any further action regarding your email. You're just saying, this is the information that I have. Please let me know if you need any further information. Then you can also say, thank you for your time and consideration. This is also again if you're not necessarily expecting a reply back. Okay, so let's look at some situations and examples. Now, if you want to encourage someone to send a response or take some action regarding your email, you can say, I look forward to your response. Please let me know if you require any further information. Only if you require further information. I would appreciate your feedback at your earliest convenience. So, if you're sending someone a proposal, if you're sending someone a report, and you want that person to peruse or go through your email or your document and give you some feedback, you can say, I would appreciate your feedback at your earliest convenience. Kindly confirm receipt of this email. Now, this is an important closing line because, especially if you're sending this type of email to, let's say, a vendor, a supplier, a client, an investor, you would want that person to acknowledge that they have got your email. Now, if they have not got your email and they have not responded back, then you can at least send them a follow up email. You can call them, you can take some further action. But of course, if they have replied to your email, then you know, okay, they have received it. You don't have to send a follow back. So, this is a great closing line if you want the other person to acknowledge the receipt of your email. So, you can say, kindly confirm receipt of this email. Please let me know your thoughts when you have a moment. Okay. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Your input would be greatly appreciated. Do let me know how you wish to proceed. Now, in certain instances, you might not know the next course of action to take. You might want to give that person or the person you're sending the email to the chance to tell you what are the actions that need to be taken. You want to move ahead at their convenience. You want to move ahead according to their schedule. You want to move ahead according to their plan. So then you can say, do let me know how you wish to proceed. Okay, so this is if you are trying to get a response from the other person. So if you just want to show your appreciation or gratitude, okay, thank you for your time and consideration. I appreciate your support on this matter. Thank you for your prompt attention to this request. Many thanks in advance for your cooperation. I sincerely appreciate your assistance. Thank you for your continued partnership. Thanks again for your guidance. So, here you're not necessarily asking for a reply back. You're not expecting the other person to respond to your email. You're just saying, thank you for the time you have taken. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Thank you for your support on these matters. You're just thanking the person and showing your gratitude. You're not necessarily expecting a reply back. Okay. All right. So, if you want to confirm the next steps or meetings, you can say, I'll await your confirmation. So, if you have asked that person, okay, are you free on these days? Let me know. I will await your confirmation. I look forward to our meeting on Thursday, the 6th of July. Okay, you can put the day and date according to what your requirement is, but you can say, I look forward to our meeting on the 5th of April. If you are meeting in the same year, then you wouldn't have to specify the year necessarily, but if you're meeting in a different year, you can specify that as well. Okay, I look forward to our meeting on Wednesday, the 6th of July. Okay, I'll follow up by next Wednesday if I don't hear back. I'll follow up by next Wednesday, the 6th of July, if I don't hear back. Okay, let's touch base once you've had a chance to review. Let's touch base once you've had a chance to review. So, what that means is, let's meet up again, or let's get in contact again once you have gone through the document or the proposal that I have sent across. I'll reach out again next week to check in. So I'll reach out. So usually when we send messages or emails to customers and we want them to purchase and they haven't replied back to us, this is the kind of ending, or this is the kind of closing line that we use, because we say, hey, if you haven't responded to me by Wednesday, let me get back to you. I'll reach out next week to check in. Let's touch base once you've had a chance to review. Okay, so these are the kind of closing lines that you can use to confirm the next steps or meetings. Okay, when no immediate reply is needed, you can just say, wishing you a productive day ahead. Please don't hesitate to get in touch if needed. Feel free to reach out with any questions. Let me know if there's anything else I can assist with. Okay, these are some of the closing lines that you can use again if no response is required. Once you have written your closing line, then you need to sign off. Okay, so the sign off gives an email a professional and courteous ending. So usually you've seen any email, sometimes even letters, when you send a letter or an email, you end it by saying best regards, sincerely, kind regards, best wishes. Words like that help you sign off from your email in a very courteous, polite way. Okay, so if you're in a professional setting or a formal setting, sincerely or best regards would be the best way to go. Best regards is what I would usually use. Sincerely is also fine. So if you're going with a more semi-formal setting, if you're more close, if you're sending it to a colleague, you can say kind regards or best wishes. If it's very informal, I mean, if it's someone even internally within the company, if you're just sending it to someone that you're very comfortable with, maybe a colleague of yours, someone working under you, you can just say cheers or thanks. Okay, all right. Then you come to the signature. Now, this is important. You need to include all the information given here when signing off and adding your signature. Okay, so the signature provides your contact details and helps the recipient know how to get in touch with you. So, yes, you might be thinking, hey, they might just be able to reply to my email. That is true. But what if they want to give you a phone call? What if they want to know which company you work for and what your title is? All of this needs to be included in your signature, in your digital signature. Okay, because without this information, you're just a random person sending out an email. Okay, but if you add this digital signature, it gives you a lot of credibility, it gives you some sort of understanding, or it gives the other person who is reading this email some sort of understanding as to exactly who they are dealing with. They are not dealing with some random person from a random company. No, they are dealing with Shashank Dias from the Success Academy, the founder of the Success Academy, and I'll put my number and my email address so that I can sign off in that way, so they can get in touch with me if needed. Do you understand? So you need to include your full name, Shashank Dias, your job title, founder, you can say whatever title you are, head of HR, you can say head of marketing, whatever job title you have. Company name, the Success Academy, you can add whatever company that you are from. Let's say Mars Holdings, you can say Haley's PLC, whatever company you're from, you add the company name, you add your contact number, because that's how people get in touch with you, by calling you, by dropping you a message if needed, and then your email address as well. So it's optional because you're already sending an email, but you can add it if necessary. Okay. So here is an example of an email with all the sections, all the information, all the points that we have discussed earlier. So first you have your salutation, dear Miss Silva. I hope this email finds you well. What are we doing? We are giving the opening line and we are making our point clear, making our request clear. I am writing to request clarification regarding the company's travel reimbursement policy, particularly in relation to international conferences. So then there's a line break. I will be attending the Asia Pacific Marketing Forum. So now we are going into the body of the email where this person is elaborating their point of view, their information, and trying to get a response back. I will be attending the Asia Pacific Marketing Forum in Singapore next month and would like to ensure I follow the correct procedures for reimbursement. Specifically, I would appreciate your guidance on the following: which expenses are covered, flights, hotels, and meals. So, look at that. Very clearly outlined what their requirement is in bullet points. Now, whoever is replying knows, okay, bullet point one, bullet point two, bullet point three, this is what I need to reply to. Maximum allowable limits for each category, required documentation, and submission deadlines. Please let me know if there is a formal guideline or policy document I should refer to. I want to make sure everything is submitted in accordance with company policy before finalizing the bookings. Thank you for your time and assistance. I look forward to your response. So, that is your closing line. Here is the sign off: best regards, and then the signature. Anjali Fernando, Marketing Associate, Everglow Solutions Private Limited. Here is the email. Here is the contact number. There you go. So, this is a professional email with all the points that we have discussed being included. Have a look at this one as well. Okay, so there's a clear and compelling subject line here: strategic marketing proposal for your upcoming product launch. Appropriate greeting: Dear Taylor Morgan. Opening line: I hope you're doing well. Then the email content or the body: my name is Rachel Dawson, and I'm the client strategy lead at Bright Lane Marketing, a team that specializes in end to end product launch campaigns. I recently read about Dunder Mifflin's upcoming release in the productivity software space, and I believe we could offer meaningful strategies to help you maximize its market impact. We've recently supported similar launches for companies like Globex Corporation and Umbrella Tech, helping them increase launch engagement by over 40% through targeted pre launch hype campaigns and post launch funnel optimization. Would any of the following times work for a quick call to explore if there is a fit? So now the times have been highlighted in bullet points so that the person can easily check it and respond. Monday 6th May at 11 a.m., Tuesday 7th May at 2:30 p.m., Thursday 9th May at 4 p.m. If none of these work, I'd be happy to align with your availability. Now, all that person has to do is say, okay, I'm okay with Tuesday, May 7th at 2:30 p.m. Or if none of those times work, they can suggest a time and we are willing to align ourselves with that. Here's the closing line: looking forward to your thoughts. Here is the sign off: best regards, and then the signature: Rachel Dawson, client strategy lead, Bright Lane Marketing, email, number. There we go. All right. Okay, all right, guys. So we have just finished section two. Okay, we have just finished section two. So we have covered the basic structure of a professional email. So in this particular video, we covered how to write a good closing line. We looked at different situations and what closing lines we can use in each of those situations. We also looked at how to write a proper sign off and how to include our signature when closing off an email. So in the next video, we are going to discuss a few things with regards to email etiquette. And then we are also going to talk about how you can use ChatGPT to just make this whole process easier, what prompts you can use, and how you can use it to correct your grammar. Just make your email a lot more professional, clear, concise, and grammatically correct. Okay, so that's the end of section two. I will see you in section three.